Hello, everyone. Welcome to New Gen Politics. So this is a really interesting story that's happening today, and it just goes to show how bad the border crisis has gotten. Today, the Biden administration announced it waived 26 federal laws in South Texas to allow border wall construction on Wednesday, marking the administration's first use of a sweeping executive power employed often during the Trump presidency. According to Alejandro Mayorkas, the DHS secretary, he stated in a notice, quote, "There's presently acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers and roads in the vicinity of the border of the United States in order to prevent unlawful entries into the United States in the project areas." So this is big news. The Biden administration has started to finally change their tune on illegal immigration, going from, first, they're saying it's not even happening, right? It's not a problem. Second, they're just saying, well, it is happening, but it's still not a problem. Then they're saying, okay, it's happening and it's a problem, but it's not our fault. And now they're finally saying, okay, we're actually going to do something about this. But this has come months after even Democratic mayors and governors have been publicly berating the Biden administration for doing nothing at the border and having the problems make their ways up to their cities, sometimes even the northern cities like New York and Chicago, and then really affecting them. People causing crime, they're overrunning the housing, too much use of public utilities, them not working, all sorts of problems caused in these cities, and they can't handle it. And so finally, Biden decided to do something about it. And so their solution is actually a fairly drastic one for the Biden administration. What they decided to do is waive 26 federal laws. These laws include the Clean Air Act, Safe Drinking Water Act, and Endangered Species Act. These are some of the federal laws waived by the DHS to make way for construction that will use funds from a congressional appropriation in 2019 for border wall construction. These waivers avoid time-consuming reviews and lawsuits challenging violation of environmental laws. So anytime you go to do a big construction project, any construction project really, anytime you're redoing a road, building a house, you have to do environmental surveys, you have to do all sorts of stuff to make sure that you're not affecting endangered species, you're not messing with the ecosystem. And Biden decided to just waive all of that and say we just need the wall that badly and right now. Presently, we need it so badly we can't afford to do these surveys, which is really interesting, really phenomenal, and really seems so contradictory to their whole message that the environment is more important than anything, definitely more important than humans by their metric, and the border wall is totally unnecessary to them. And so kind of changing their tune on these two topics, very interesting. So where's this going to happen? Well, this is going to happen in the Rio Grande Valley sector, which contains 21 counties, one of which is Starr County in Texas, where most of this construction of this new section of the border wall will take place. In this region, the government data has shown that they've seen over 245,000 illegal entries just this fiscal year. And Starr County itself sees some of the highest numbers of illegal crossings of that 245,000. And the construction that's going to take place is they're going to add up to 20 miles to the existing border wall, which isn't a huge amount, but it's certainly going to be helpful. And they're going to build roads, which will allow easier access for Border Patrol agents and the Texas National Guard. So that's good news. But this may just be one small part. Biden's saying, I can't stop them from doing it. They're going to do it anyways. I'll just waive the regulations, let them do whatever they want. Here's the funds we already appropriated in 2019. We'll just hand them over to you. That's what they're saying. That's kind of the line they're going with, which is really silly because Biden's just acting like, oh, there's nothing I can do, which is silly. Everybody knows that's not how you handle a situation you don't want happening because he obviously wants the wall to be constructed. He just doesn't want to take credit because it's bad for his constituents. So maybe we'll even see more and more sections of border wall be built via the Biden administration. You know, maybe he's actually going to build back better. Maybe he'll actually live up to his campaign promises. He's going to build something for once instead of just destroying everything. But only time will tell. So let's see if they actually go through with this, build this section of the border wall, and start to put an end to this immigration crisis. And now that you've heard what I think, please let me know what you think down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.